Viewers must be 18 or older to recharge and send gifts. Remember to create safe viewing experience by following our community double standards. Yes, we're notifying viewers that you're on live. Kep joined us. What's up, Kep? Got a Carolina Panther on his icon there. What do you think about that? Do you like the Panthers, David?
No.
What's their mascot, though? It's a feline mascot.
Carolina. Well, Rory is the Lions mascot. I know that from the other night.
It was the other night. You missed it. You might not have been there. It was a couple of weeks ago they did that.
I know they did the Jaguars a few weeks ago.
I didn't see that, I don't think. I forgot about the Jaguars.
Which one was the Panthers?
Sir Purr.
Oh, maybe that. Yeah, okay.
Itchy and Etsy is with us. Cindy is with us.
2 seconds in, going off the rails already.
Mark joined through the invite I sent. Didn't know I sent an invite, but I guess maybe TikTok is telling somebody. What do you know? Who's going off the rails?
Us.
Oh, yeah. Well,
as always.
I'm not sure why today should be different. Paco Del Rio. Ken Air. What's going on, people? It's the Atheist Underground. I'm Rob. That's David.
I'm David.
We're here to fuck with shit. That's Darth Vader in the background. You know that every knee shall bend before Lord Vader. One day, Vader is Lord, the most powerful creature in the universe, capable of anything. And as everyone knows, Anakin Skywalker did no wrong.
Correct. We're also live on YouTube. Go check us out in case TikTok shuts us down like they like to do.
They do like to do that. Not that we don't invite it in our way sometimes, but sometimes it seems...
there's blame on both ends.
It seems reactionary sometimes.
There's very good people on both sides.
Ooh, I didn't give my little hands up. Little hands. There they are. They're up there. But we do have a special guest. Don't be triggered. Special guest today.
Now we're getting kicked off for sure.
It's Glorious Leader.
He's not orange enough yet.
Oh, I know. I should get some orange spray paint.
Yeah.
Just spray this fucking thing orange. But...
Or did you get a bag of Cheetos and rub the dust all over him?
Dust all over it. The bona fide weird is with us. Ava Lopez. Wisdom. Oh, everybody gets a toot if you stay on board. HHHH. What's up, Rachel? I blame Bill swinging by for a second. Been a minute. How are you? What was the excuse for booting you? Last time it was harassment, I think. I said something about
it's all hate speech, generic hate speech, or harassment, or whatever.
Sexual, like sexual. It was
sexual. Usually of a sexual nature. Because we are very sexual men.
We are. We're sexually subjective. We can't help it. Subjective, not subjected.
Suggestive.
Suggestive. Thank you. I know words.
The best words.
Rachel is the top creator. If you follow I Blame Bill, then you need to. I haven't scrolled. I haven't used this. She blames Bill Nye. She's got a funny story. Yeah. She blames Bill Nye for. I forget. She's told me the story. We're going down a rabbit hole with all of this. She's an atheist. One of the top biggest content creators are very popular. 3.5 million, 4 million.
And we love you.
Yeah, we do love her. She's great. At the convention, which I probably won't be going back to since American Atheists stole from me. You like to volunteer for an order, try to do the best you can, and have them just steal from you straight up.
Those dickheads.
They're such dickheads. Bill Nye visiting the Ark in Kentucky. Is he doing that? Good for him. Let me tell you something about Bill Nye. He's a dick. Met him, spent the day with him. He's a dick in real life. But you need a dick to go to fuck with the Creation Museum or the Ark.
Well, that's like what they say in Team America World Police, right? You need a dick to fuck an asshole. Sometimes I'm going to get us kicked off with the sexually suggestive. I better stop there.
Yeah, there's a good one. I should watch that movie again. I'm sure I was so stoned when I watched it. At some point, I remember it being obviously hysterical in a style. But the marionette thing, you guys remember what was it called? The Thundercats? What was the...
No, Thundercats is something different.
No, there's an original TV series where it was quasi-military group. Thunderbirds, was it? Okay. Yeah. Creepy marionettes. Nothing's creepier than marionettes.
Yeah, they look exactly like Team America.
Yeah, they do. I mean, it's clearly based on that. I remember seeing one where little, okay, this is different.
Between 64 and 66. Oh, a form of electronic marionette.
Oh.
They call super marionation.
Oh boy, super marionation. That would be today. They'd actually kind of be like little androids.
Yeah.
Like Chucky. Nobody needs that. Using a lot of numbers. Have you ever dated a Christian in the past? Yeah, I've dated a Christian in the past. Couldn't get past second base. That's what I knew atheists, but
Right.
probably had a vague connection to their Christian upbringing. But yeah, that's a deal breaker at this point for me. It's you got to be at least solidly agnostic, I think, in my world. Or those chicks don't want to hear what I have to say anyway. But yeah, bad stuff. Yeah, don't just stay away from that. Don't date Christians. That's they have their own website for that. You can dangle your dingle on Christian Mingle if you like that. Thanks for the prizes. Mike's our guy. What's up, dude? Thanks for the hearts. Are you the folks with the train whistle? No. I have this too. Oh, I can break some eardrums. Addicted to Science. What's up? How's it going with you? I was a super serious Christian, but I read the Bible, and here we are. Yeah,
that's how it goes.
That's kind of how it goes. I was a super serious Christian as a youth when I figured it was smart to listen to what my mom had to say about stuff. But yeah, when I was a youth. But I remember clearly being in 5th grade or so when I realized I was smarter than my mom, who I love. We get along. She doesn't shun me for being an atheist. I think she's sad about it, but she's kind of an old school woman who defers to men's decision making. She's just got that. Like my grandma, her mom would say, "I don't know why a woman would want to be president. That's a man's job. It's just a man's job." But my mom, would if it was the pastor could be the world's worst scumbag, but he was the pastor, so his opinion mattered.
I respect that.
And what he said carried real weight in our house.
Oh, we got Bohemian Lucy in the house.
Bohemia, what's up? Yeah, get us on YouTube, as David said. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're getting closer, little by little, to getting 1,000 followers on YouTube, and then we'll do other fun stuff from the streets. We will. It's Pride Month. Happy Pride, everybody.
We got our first ugly breakup of Pride Month.
We do. Thank you very much for bringing that up. What are we going to do? I was trying to make a Bennifer style acronym or a smash up a portmanteau for that thing. Jesus Christ, this is gonna lag for a second. Sorry. Sup, I'm live. Okay.
Wait, put me on speaker.
You are on speaker. Hello.
It's not gonna.
Hello, atheist.
It's gonna pause. It's gonna pause my stream. You're not doing anything.
Oh fuck.
If I all right.
While I have you at the office, do you have photo paper? Like, can I print a photo on nice photo paper?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be there soon.
Bye. Oy, sorry about that, folks. I know that caused a lag there. My daughter called, and sometimes you got to take those calls. Might be a real emergency, which it was. She needed photo paper. But yeah, no, we're back. Sorry for that. Sorry, Addicted to Science. Yeah, that was. I had to answer the phone. People generally know better than to call me on my phone. So when it's my daughter and she calls during when she knows I'm live, I figure it might be important, and it wasn't. So.
It's a photo paper emergency.
It was a photo paper emergency, and today's generation, they're too fucking lazy to walk 2 blocks because they live like right down the road from me. She could have just come over and got what she needed. Dawn Gephardt Kecker, what's that? Thanks for becoming the number 3 gifter. Chad Gaffart, Chad Gaffart 850.
Chad Gaffart.
Anyway, my portmanteau, my mashup of names for Elon and Donnie is Edon Trusk. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything else in the moment. So Edon Trusk has broken up. Say it ain't so. What? I haven't been this upset since Brad Pitt broke up with Jennifer Aniston 100 years ago. Why? You guys were so beautiful together. Why?
I am kind of psyched though. They were beautiful together, but they're even more beautiful apart. Because when the Donald and the Elon attack each other, they're not fucking with the rest of us.
Well, I like to imagine the makeup sex.
Ooh. Come on now. You're getting us kicked off the talk with that talk.
I think you could say the word sex.
Can you though?
Well, we'll find out.
Pretty suggestive.
I don't know, but here he is. Poor
Poor
Trump.
Now you definitely need the Cheeto dust on there. Have a snack.
You suck. We're doing a protest parade next week, a parody of Trump's fine military parade, where we'll have tanks in the streets of D.C. Does that offend you on a level that just the having of military tanks on the street in a parade?
Well, what is this, Russia or China? We're just rolling tanks down American streets.
Does
now?
China do that too? I was like North Korea for sure.
They have at some
I think so.
points,
You're right.
yeah.
You're right. You know, remember the one almost ran over the dude in Tiananmen Square?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Were you alive then? 89, I want to say.
Yeah.
That was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You were a Taja. He was a tiny Taja, but brave guy. He sat down in front of a tank and stood off that tank like a healer in front of a 800-pound bullock. How's that for an oblique reference?
Not digging it.
It'll destroy the roads and infrastructure regardless. Yeah, the tanks. Yeah, right. People be like, "This is a fucking pothole as big as my Volkswagen today. What happened?" Oh well, it was Trump's birthday. Don't you know?
Yes, we had to honor the great man.
Thanks, Sarge. I know that was gross, right? But we're doing a parody parade of that Flag Day, Juneteenth crap event, so that he can take away the attention from whatever you think about Juneteenth or Flag Day. Better than Trump's fucking scuzzbag birthday.
Oh, you know what? If they roll that tank down the street, someone needs to spray paint some rainbows on it. Pride it up.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, you should probably. I don't know. I wonder how the military feels. I heard that they had to camp out, and they have to bring a packed lunch. They're not even going to get fed for this fucking. And I don't know. You don't.
Way to take care of the military, buddy.
I'm a skeptic when I see shit like that comes from the left. I wonder. Like a lot of it is shitty, over the top propaganda crap. But I I don't know what the fuck is going on in this country. So we're doing a parody protest parade in Kenosha, downtown at the Civic Center Park. The RSVPs are blowing up on mobilize.us. You can find it in Hands Off Kenosha. Emperor's New Clothes. Emperor's New Clothes. We have a naked effigy of Trump with a fat suit, and I'm going to draw some nipples on it. That'll be fun. Now that will get kicked off because I said the N-word, nipple. But yeah, it's going to be lit, like the kids say these days, and we're gonna have a kazoo band, and someone playing the recorder poorly. Happy birthday, a little snare drum, a little thing, and then we actually have people wearing tanks and plane costumes. It's fabulous. These artist colony that's up in Racine built these tanks that you can put over yourself and walk, so that you've got a tank on you, and that'll be our military element to the parade. Somebody's got a bubble gun, like it looks like a semi.
I like bubble gum.
Yeah, I can't say the pew pew word either. Kind of. Good Lord, it's like tiptoeing through fucking tulips on TikTok. That's a lot of T's, my friend.
Hey, you can tiptoe through these tulips.
Now, who's trying to get us kicked out?
I can't put it down for too long.
But
can't control myself.
Please, none of us can. That's why we're here, just putting it out over the fucking airwaves. Go popular. I don't know. Thanks for the gifts, man. I don't know what that is. Every day there's a new gift. That arrow looks strangely evocative. Are you going to stream? Yeah, somebody will stream it or at least record it and put it up after. I'm going to try to stream it. I'm going to be in it. I'm dressing as a Joker that will lead the parade. We have Jesus. I have a Jesus costume. We have Jesus Christ. I'm going to carry a banner, not my emperor.
Superstar?
Hopefully, it's probably going to be Cindy. She fits in a costume, got herself a beard. And his sign's going to be on a cross, right? Most of our signs are made around golf clubs, which have spray painted gold, or I'm going to spray paint gold, and marching. And then the military elements, like I said, and a little band. And we got some jugglers who juggle poorly, but they're the best jugglers in the world. You've never seen anything like it. Best band in the world.
Nothing but the best for Trump's birthday.
Jesus Christ, this guy says. Jesus Christ, all praise to Jesus. Will Jesus be culturally accurate? No, it's a fucking Amazon costume. Again, no, it's a Jesus costume like you would expect to see. If I could find a black dude to play it, I'd let him do it, or anybody.
Right, I was just about to say. Otherwise, you're telling us to do blackface. That ain't gonna be.
Yeah, right. That'd be worse, right? No, it's a standard fucking, masculine but super sensitive, soft features, light brown hair. That Cesar Borgia is kind of Jesus that we get, right? Or his boyfriend or whatever the fuck it was. Wasn't it modeled after the Borgia Pope's kid?
No idea.
The Renaissance image that we have in our brains of Jesus is is essentially that. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be totally. And I'm going to read The Emperor's New Clothes. That's really what it's about, right? And we've seen the memes going around the internet. We've got a president who is the emperor, wears no clothes guy. And when I opened up the book, I was stunned to realize that in the first couple of pages of the actual fable, it's not really a book. It's just a fairy tale, essentially, with a real moral, right? A real lesson. It says in the first couple of pages that the designers of the new clothes, obviously that are nothing, and they're going to get paid a lot of money for giving him nothing, put in the caveat that if you're someone who is deserving of their position in the government or in the court, right, the king's court, you can see how beautiful the clothes are. But if you're someone who denies that you can see the clothes, or that suggests, heaven forbid, that the clothes aren't even there, then that is a sign that you are not qualified to work for the Orange Emperor.
Pretty brilliant.
Speaking of brilliant, that reminded me of the joke we just heard. Have you heard that? What did they? Somebody decided to rename Air Force One Panda Express.
Yeah. Yes. Why do they want to call it that?
Because it carries orange chicken.
Ah, it sure does.
The taco thing is genius. It's genius.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen. Have you seen the clip where he reacts to it? Someone asks him about it.
Yeah, a reporter asked him about it. I think that was like last week already. That's old news already.
Right. Bohemian says she'll praise Jesus. He's the greatest. Mm-hmm. Yes. In all things, God is greated. Parmesan, chapter 5, verse 14.
Love me some Parmesan.
All right. Who doesn't love cheese? I've yet to find a cheese that I really dislike, honestly.
Get into some of them stinky cheeses.
You know, like that? I'm all about it, man. I finally got some Limburger and read the directions and proceeded cautiously, but I loved it. I loved it.
Came with directions?
It does, because Limburger, if you leave it in your fridge, it'll continue to do what it does.
Yeah.
So if you want to eat it at a certain rustic level of stinky flavorness, you eat it right away. If you want it to be really foul, you wait, and it gives you a week's start to wait, and it continues to ripen. And it honestly, it smells stronger than it tastes. It is famously stinky, right? It's like the old joke, Limburger. But
with the odor lines coming up off.
Yes, the odor, exactly. But yeah, it's God, it was good. And there's never been a blue cheese I didn't love. It's just it's all good. It's all good with me. Goat cheese, got that that aftertaste that makes you think you walked through the monkey house at the zoo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those cheeses kind of, to me, anything goat has that kind of
tastes of nature.
It tastes of the farm, my friend.
Yeah.
And I'm there for it. I got to tell you, I love it. Swiss on a Ritz. Nothing wrong with anything. Everything goes good on a Ritz, my friend.
Very fancy.
Yeah, right. Fancy.
Blue cheese is good on salads, Lucy says.
I just bought a smoked Havarti dill from our Amish neighbors, and it's amazing. Oh, you're killing me now. I'm salivating. That's awesome. That's Sarah for our number 2 gifter. What's up, Sarah? A number 2 gifter. You get one of these. The real Mr. Gator. Randomly a viewer, not an atheist. Always a fan. Love you guys. Have a great one. Thank you, buddy. Thanks, Real McGay. I've seen you, Real Mr. Gator. One for you. Yeah, honestly, we've given up the atheist thing right now just to fight the fucking powers that be, because we got bigger fish to fry. I'm teaming up with all kinds of religious people who are on the right side of history when it comes to
strange bedfellows.
Strange bedfellows. That's right. But yeah, and that's what we need, don't we? We need the Christian left, and we need fringe religions, right? And no one feels attacked like fringe religions, except for women, maybe. And that's the other thing that strikes me. We do these protests, and we do this. I'm an organizer with this group, Hands Off Kenosha. It's 99% women, and older women, because probably they have time and they don't have kids and whatever else. But women are the people who see their fucking rights being shit on and taken away. Certainly more than old white men like me and you.
Yes. Don't call me old, but certainly
old.
White.
You're old.
Getting there. 40. How old am I?
You're middle-aged, sir.
44.
You're a middle-aged man.
Yes, that's firmly middle-aged.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I remember when my ex-wife finally told me I was middle-aged. I think she did it at some shitty, like 40 or 39. You're a middle-aged man. And I'm like, yeah, but I still got it. Okay? Oh, it made her so mad. Nothing makes her. I thought it was the best thing. Nothing makes her madder than when her friends would flirt with me, and it's like It's like, come on, man. What did you think you signed up for? Like, you didn't know me, or you can't see me. There's a few things I do well in society, and math is not one of them. Girls kind of is, and it didn't mean I was cheating on her, and she had no comfort level with that at all. At all.
Bad times.
Bad times, and then the way she treated me, it ended up. I'm not blameless. I'm not that guy, believe me. But the worse she treated me, the easier it became to be shitty to her, and that's no way to live, people. No. It's no way to live.
Lucy wants to know when middle age starts.
I'll tell you when I get there. I don't know.
40 is 40 a good
60.
generic.
I feel 40 to 60.
Yeah.
Or 65 these days, or 70. Then you're old. I think these days, 70 is old. Even 60 is like, really? I mean, look at fucking, speaking of, follow our movie channel. We got a new YouTube movie channel. The Grail Guys presents Cinema Jones and The Last Movie Crusade. And we're starting to review movies. One of the ones we're going to do today is Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise, you're going to call him old? He'll kick your fucking ass.
Holy shit.
He'll kick your ass.
Is in incredible shape.
I wish he would just stop dyeing his hair because it wouldn't matter, right?
Right.
Cut it a little shorter, go gray. He'd still be fucking hot and all of that. And good God, the fucking dude is just ageless when it comes to that shit. He works on it. You got enough money for every trainer in the world.
Right.
It's one thing, but he's also he's dedicated and he loves it and good.
Oh, Lucy's got a few years before 40.
Good you're a youngster. She put that up there. She was born in 89, she said, I think, right? We're talking about 89. She was born there. So go to YouTube, follow us at Atheist Underground, follow us at The Grail Guys, and get your movie reviews because we won't steer you wrong. Even if we disagree with each other, you'll know what you're going into.
Type in search bar either Cinema Jones or Grail Guys. Either one should pull up our channel and videos. Check them out. Last week, what did we review last week? Friendship
and Fight or Flight.
So check out which one of those we recommend you see and which one we don't recommend or maybe recommend waiting. You'll have to watch to find out.
I've not seen any of the Mission Impossibles, and I feel that if it's been 30 fucking years, it's not like they come out every 2 years like a Marvel series where you can sort of.
Well, the last few have been pretty regular.
Yeah.
For a while near the beginning, they were kind of spread out because what I mentioned, excuse me, what I mentioned previously, the second one was kind of dog shit. That one came out like a couple years after the first one.
Yeah, 3 or 4 or 5.
But it kind of killed the franchise for a little while.
I feel like it was 96 and then 2000 was. I looked at all of them.
Something
there's
like
been
that,
8, yes.
Yes.
There've been 8. I don't want to get my review wrong, but I did look them up, and I was trying to because I don't fucking remember it. You remember the stunts. You know the wacky things about them.
Yeah.
But the plots from beginning to end really.
Very formulaic, but. It works. I mean, at least the last few have definitely worked.
Ooh, Lucio Fulci or Romero? What does that mean? Do you know what that means?
No.
Lucio Fulci.
Is that a name or a phrase or what?
It's 2 names. It sounds like Lucio Fulci or Romero. What does that mean? Mr. Gator, help us out.
Lucio Fulci movies. Okay, here we go.
He's the American Jackie Chan.
Italian
Tom Cruise?
film director and screenwriter.
Oh. I don't know. Something for us to look into, I guess. This guy's trying to go over our heads and
don't torture
so.
a duckling. All right, okay. Then.
Good advice. I never do, but
He worked on a wide array of genres through a career spanning nearly 5 decades, including comedies and spaghetti westerns.
Okay.
International cult following for his horror films.
That's Lucio Fulci?
Yeah.
What's Romero mean?
Well, Romero is another director. That's
George Romero.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Check out The Beyond. He says. All right, put that on the list. 70s zombie directors. Yeah, the cheesy zombie movies from the day. I was never about. They were just lately zombies are a thing now, aren't they? And some of those movies have been pretty entertaining. I liked what is it called? Z,
World War Z.
World War Z, and
Brad Pitt, yeah.
And Woody Harrelson was in one of those.
Zombieland.
Zombieland, thank you. Yeah, there's been some cool takes on that, and
28 years later coming out soon.
Yeah, there you go. And I'm down for Last of Us. Great show.
Oh, not zombies though.
Yeah, not really, but
pretty much.
It's just a twist on the zombie thing with a real base in sci-fi, right, or actual science. So we like that.
Yeah.
And who doesn't love Pedro Pascal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just want to cuddle him. Just want to invite him over for dinner and cuddle.
A lot of people are starting to dislike Pedro Pascal politically, but
politically. Oh, why is he a douche?
No, the other way around. The douches are the ones.
Oh, so he's too.
He has a trans sister.
Oh, that's his fault.
Right. And no, what's his fault is showing support for his trans sister and defending her against hateful bigots.
Yeah,
what an asshole.
I feel like he probably doesn't need to never work again. He can never sleep. He's literally in everything I turn on.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fantastic Four coming soon. Also looking forward to that.
Oh boy, can't you wait? Superman. We got a big summer of blockbusters coming. Me and David are both big Marvel fans, and we can't wait to see if DC gets rebooted successfully after the shit show that Zack Snyder and company brought us.
Did not hate the Zack Snyder DC as much as a lot of people.
I didn't either. In fact, I liked his 4-hour reboot of
Justice League.
Thank you. I like that. I watched it.
Yeah, it was better. It was better than the version that came out in theaters.
Yeah, the version that came out in theaters with
Joss Whedon.
Oh God,
they handed it off to.
The cheesy. You saw him take away some of the cheesy lines that they put in. I'm trying to think what's one of them. I think is it Wonder Woman or yes, because they remade it. So it's in the scene where Wonder Woman foils the bank robbery.
Yeah.
Right? In the original, the bad guy says, "Who are you?" I don't believe it, and she says, "I'm a believer." Right? What? We have to put God in the fucking DC movies, really? And Zack Snyder took it out, right? And she just says, "Believe it."
Yeah.
Right. He changed that.
And I'm a believer. It is weird too, given that like her parents are literal gods in that universe, and why?
Yeah, that's just weird.
Bizarre.
Yeah, why? Just leave it the fuck out. Here, atheism comes back to the show finally. Leave God out, and that's what was a big issue I had with Man of Steel. He literally had 4 or 5 shots of Henry Cavill like this, floating like he was on a cross. One shot, he was like literally in front of a Madonna and Child stained glass. It was just like, where's my Thor's hammer to beat myself over the head with just bogus fucking Jesus imagery. It made me think of when it's been well done. And when it's been well done, you don't even notice.
That's true of most things, yeah.
Right? And,
subtlety.
Yeah, and the more I said, Blade Runner may be my favorite film. And it took me a lot of viewings to finally realize that the climactic scene where Roy Batty is trying to destroy Harrison Ford only to save him,
right,
is a remarkable Jesus analogy, because he takes at some point when his hand starts cramping because he's dying and the android is starting to lose control, he takes his other hand and he pulls a spike out of the fucking building and he jams it through his hand.
Oh,
and that lets him use that hand enough to catch Harrison Ford while he snatches a pigeon out of the air with his other hand, and then releases the pigeon and saves Harrison Ford, because even he has to respect the life that he's going to be denied. He can't in the end take it from either creatures.
Yeah.
It's just, to me, it's a remarkable film. I get weepy thinking about that. He was overlooked. Rutger Hauer just delivers the fucking great performance in that movie.
Well, I think he ended up getting the recognition that he deserved for that role.
Where's his Oscar?
Well,
I'm gonna re-up my coffee because I'm on a caffeine roll and I don't want to end. So
all right, I really need to revisit Blade Runner. It's been too long since I've seen that, and it's really fantastic. Lucy's audio still stuttering? Get it fixed, or are we lagging? You get your coffee and then come back and talk to me, buddy. Come on, don't yell across here. You're ruining the streams and you're gonna make me yell and make everyone's ears bleed.
Right? About it. You don't have to yell to make people's ears bleed, by the way.
That's correct. That's accurate and fair. Lucy's audio was stuttering. I asked if it was fixed or what's going on the YouTubes, by the way. TikTok, check us out. YouTube's Atheist Underground, Grail Guys, Cinema Jones. Search them all. Come find us.
David King Official.
David King Official. Yeah, more movies, top 10 lists, movie reviews, all kinds of shit.
Yep. Find us and subscribe and
We're
like.
just pushing out all kinds of bad content.
Lucy's on both channels now. Lucy, we love you so much. She's our number one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here I am. What's wrong with my horn?
Doesn't know which end is up.
Pojo is with it. Give you one, Pojo, my guy. Pojo's our number one guy. Do a Rucker movie night. Go through Lady Hawk sucked. Talk about a bad. There's one. Did you like it? Lady Hawk sucked.
Not familiar.
I don't have a whole lot of love for other Rucker Hauer movies. I don't think. What else you got here?
He did
Split Second in Hobo with a Shot Pew.
There was a human hunting movie with Ice-T, I think, that Rucker Hauer was in.
Okay, yeah, I don't remember. I remember like being excited about Lady Hawk because I love a sword and sandals thing.
IMDb, let's find out.
Lady Hawk, yeah, Matthew Broderick. Really, we're gonna stick him in a fantasy movie.
Hobo with a shotgun, Rucker Hauer.
Yeah, Hobo with a shot pew. That's what he said because he's trying. He's trying not to get us kicked off, unlike you, who's.
That's small role in Batman Begins. He was one of the board members that tried to oust Bruce Wayne.
No, I'm not answering that one.
She
can get the message right now. It's the nostalgia. Yeah, I feel like maybe Rucker Hauer didn't make the greatest choices, or maybe
Rucker Hauer was the president in Valerian in the City of 1,000 Planets. Did not remember that.
Was this like a list of B movies that now that's streaming out at us? I don't know what the hell that is. But Rucker Hauer showed up on a TV show.
The Scorpion King 4, Quest for Power.
Yeah, we're not seeing that one.
No.
I've never seen a Conan.
Oh.
And that's
Conan,
not true. That's
what
not
is
true.
best in life?
That's not true. I saw the first one.
To crush your enemies, to see them driven before you. And
they hear their women cry, and
then
they hear the lamentations of their women. That's a good line.
Mm-hmm. That's the best.
To hear the lamentations.
Rucker Hauer, the head vampire in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I saw him in something HBO. He was in a series not relatively recently, and he's turned into he looks like an old lesbian.
Yes,
he looks like an old.
He's dead now, but
he's still got lots of hair. I don't think he's dead, but he's still got lots of hair, and it was just he sort of dyed it crap. He looked like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Rucker Hauer died July 19th, 2019. Yeah, dead for
R.I.P. Rucker
6
Hauer.
years now.
R.I.P. Rucker Hauer, man. That's sad.
Born in 44, so
yeah. That's my dad's age, 44.
75 he was.
Yeah, he would have been 80. 81 this year. Yeah, that's too bad. He'll always be Roy Batty, sticking his hand in a boiling egg thing.
Yeah.
And fucking with the eyeball guy, the guy that makes the
eyes.
If you could have seen what I've seen with your eyes, fucking, that's good shit,
Mm-hmm.
PK Dick, I feel, has generated better movies than any of his books ever were.
Yes.
He's got a shit ton of fucking great movies that have come out of his stories. That's probably Madison looking for you. Might want to slide out real quick and get the photo paper sheet.
Oh, boy.
I know, right? Making him move. I know.
I gotta do stuff now. Jeez. Photo paper emergency.
Is that? Oh, business cards.
Gonna burn the world down for some photo paper.
Business cards.
Shipping labels. Paper clips.
Oh boy, I hope I didn't lie.
Oh, you liar.
What's under there?
Natural something, letter size.
Oh man.
I think you've been lying.
I think I misled.
You've been telling fibs.
I know that there's photo paper here.
Oh,
somewhere.
picture paper, high gloss.
Ah, yes, I knew it was in there. Damn it!
Great success.
Thank you. I've only used a few of these. There's a lot of it left too. A lot of it left. I'm that guy, right? There was a meme going around like who frames shit anymore. I had a minute where I like made. I took a lot of photos. I'm a fairly good amateur photographer. I like to do nature pics and stuff. And I had a minute where I was printing photos and going and getting frames and being creative and framing pictures for my wall. Mostly because I'm cheap and I don't want to buy art. I frame films or pictures. I frame pictures still.
I frame other people for crimes.
Dune fans, books or movies. You a big Dune guy?
I enjoy Dune. I've read the first 2 books. I haven't made a I've been meaning to get through the rest of them, but I haven't yet. Big fan of the new movies.
As am I. They're good.
Denis Villeneuve. Chalamet.
Timothée Chalamet.
But yeah, those the new 2 are really good. They're making a 3rd one based on the 2nd book. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, the 2nd one didn't end at all. I was waiting for some wrap up because I haven't read the books, and I probably won't. Maybe I'll read the first one.
What do you mean they kind of wrapped up?
I don't know. I was like, okay, there's a part 3. It didn't seem wrapped to me at all.
So they wrapped up the war on that planet, but there's continuations like spreading out through the rest of the galaxy.
I wanted more, damn it.
Yeah.
I'm there for Zendaya and Timothée Chalamet. Good stuff. A bit better than the David Lynch.
Just a tad.
Abortion from starting.
On now.
Sting and the what the hell is all of that?
Whoa. Someone's going nuts.
Someone fired. Oh, those are forwards. Right? Somebody forwarding the live. Thank you. Thanks. Oh, you're sharing the live. McGator. Love you, man.
All right.
Oh, but it was classically bad. Yeah, I think it was so bad that I didn't see it. Those guys. The kid that we met last night was like, yeah, what's a movie that you hate? What's a movie that you hate? And I couldn't think of any because I really avoid those. I admit I'm a guy who goes to IMDb. What did it say about Lady Hawk? The Metacritic score.
Well,
I'm a guy who goes and if every critic says it sucks, like Waterworld or Postman or shit like that, or Battlefield Earth, if literally no one gives it a good review out of the professional critics, am I going to waste my 2 hours?
Yes.
That's
Lady Hawk, pretty good on Rotten Tomatoes, 67 with the critics.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. 74 with the audiences. Where's the Metacritic?
Lady Hawk was to me like what Willow was. I'm like, really? George Lucas made American Graffiti and Star Wars, and then Willow? Willow was flat stupid.
Lady Hawk 64 on Metacritic, 6.9 user score.
Yeah, okay. I could get behind the 64. Not horrible, but I'm looking for more out of Matthew Broderick and Rutger Hauer than
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Speaking of Willow, wasn't Joanne Kilmer in Lady Hawk? Am I thinking of somebody else? I'm trying to think of who was the.
I don't see any names.
Who was the heroine in that? Who's the woman?
In Lady Hawk?
Yeah.
I just said Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. I missed it. Yeah. That's right. No, see, I can't get behind that, Mr. Gator. I don't have fun with the worst movies. I don't.
You never seen The Room?
No, what's The Room?
Tommy Wiseau, the most famously bad, shitty acted movie of all time.
No, not Ed Wood films,
Oh, hi, Mark. All the memes and shit. Oh man, yeah. I'm gonna have to introduce you because it's fantastically bad and just hilarious. James Franco did The Disaster Artist was based on The Room. You remember that from a few years ago?
James Franco and what?
He did a take on that, The Disaster Artist.
No. Nope.
Jeez.
Nope. James Franco get canceled? Where the fuck did that guy go?
He got semi-canceled a little bit.
He's just a weirdo, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he's also a weirdo.
Is he offensive in some way that we should be offended by him?
He was, I think
he just thinks he's too great.
Essaying some people, or let me look into this.
I think he just sort of He thinks he's cooler than he is, in like a Shia LaBeouf kind of way, where yeah, you're just not that great, buddy. Dial it down. Atomic Circus. Okay.
Yeah, James Franco had some sexual misconduct allegations.
As did LaBeouf, I think, or did something weird on his performance art thing that offended some folk. Got on the wrong side of a history with the Me Too movement or some shit. I thought you were dying or something. We're all dying, buddy, but
yeah,
not today.
That is what we say to the god of death.
That is what we say.
And see, Bohemian Lucy knows. I did not hit her. I did not.
I did not.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah, I got nothing for you there. But the kid asked me what movie I hated, and I couldn't name one because I like I said, I don't try to see him if I know I'm gonna hate him, and so I don't end up seeing a lot of movies. I'm like, I really feel like I wasted my time on that.
You never go into a movie blind at all and are unpleasantly surprised,
or pleasantly unpleasantly. Oh, I get you. Unpleasantly surprised. Yeah. Nothing sticks out to me, but I do have one because he mentioned it then. Scent of a Woman.
Okay.
Terrible movie. And I mean terrible. I've never felt like I was being led along with the soundtrack and the cheesy dialogue to build my emotional expectation for the payoff. You know what I mean? Like that should happen organically in a movie if it's a good movie. And I felt like I was watching someone like purposely stick in. Here's the crescendo. Here's the build up to the climactic scene, and then everybody in the room breaks out cheering because booyah, fucking screamy blind Pacino, came through for stupid mealy Chris O'Donnell. What? And then Philip Seymour Hoffman as a kid, that was one of his early roles. He played the bad, right, the shitty prep school kid who was the bully. He again, like always, he shined in the movie, but that movie, I guess if I had to pick one right now, that's a movie that I went to see expecting a decent movie with.
A lot of people disagree with you, but this is going to highlight what I was talking about a while ago, the difference between the scores on Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes Scent of a Woman, 82% tomato meter. So 82%
for the audience?
From the critics.
Really?
92% from the audience. Audiences loved it.
See, but audiences are stupid, and you and I aren't. I don't have any fucking. There's a lot of movies that everybody thinks are funny and good, and then I'm just like, you know what? I'm sorry.
But here's what I'm talking about: the disparity in scores. 82% positive on Rotten Tomatoes from the critics, 57% from the critics on Metacritic.
Yeah,
because that's what they like. So 57 is over half, right? So it's still considered a positive review. So that's what they get on Rotten Tomatoes, where they say 82% of critics
gave it, liked
right?
it.
They just gave it a barely passable positive review.
It's positive.
Whereas the 57 points on Metacritic actually shows you more clearly what they actually thought.
It uses a more complex metric to actually put a score on each movie. So,
but user score 8.0 on Metacritic.
They gave the fucking guy an Oscar for that. He won an Oscar for that. Go watch Scent of a Woman.
People have won Oscars for worse,
I suppose. And the kid was making the point that was his. You should have got an Oscar before.
Oh, it was the makeup trophy.
Yeah, it was the trophy,
right?
And he played a blind guy, and so you throw a bone at blind people that way, and which I'm not sure.
Don't throw a bone at blind people; they can't see it coming.
Oh boy, they can't see the movie either. So why do you bother? I don't know. It's just it was terrible, a terrible movie. Gravity, you know what?
Gravity
overrated.
High
five! Right? Yes. Yeah, I got through it because it's kind of cool looking, but yeah, no, not that good. I totally agree.
Alfonso Cuarón.
I love Alfonso Cuarón.
Yes.
And I love
Birdman, right?
Yeah.
I love
Birdman is the Mexican guy.
Alfonso Cuarón.
No, the other guy that did The Revenant and Iñárritu.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Who I am one degree of separation away from that guy. I couldn't believe it. I worked randomly with a dude in landscape who was just a shitbird. He was just a redneck with no brains at all, working in a landscape company, getting dirty all day. His wife was Iñárritu's sister. He's like, yeah, that guy's had dinner at my house. I'm like, what? And this is when I was still watching his Mexican movie, El Crimen del Padre Amaro, Y Tu Mamá También. His Mexican movies are fucking fantastic. And then, of course, he made it in Hollywood and made Birdman and made The Revenant and got nominated twice in a row for Best Picture and won one of them. So, right? And didn't Birdman won, didn't it?
Yes, Birdman won Best Picture.
Yeah.
And The Revenant got Leo.
Leo won. So, and then Sean Penn had to take shit for making a joke. Again, this is like, he's like, who let that guy in the country? It's funny. It's funny, right? But people are like, oh, Sean Penn. It's like, come on, man. Iñárritu laughed at that.
Cuarón, Children of Men, apparently.
And a couple of Harry Potters in a row, Cuarón did.
I think just one, the third one, Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh, it's Chris Columbus that did a couple.
Yes.
Yeah. All right,
yeah, Chris Columbus did the first
two, maybe three. And then...
No, because
Cuarón did the third one. Right? Which is the third? Odor of the Penis?
Prisoner of Azkaban.
I like Odor of the Penis. That's my favorite one.
Yeah. He's going to get us kicked off the talk.
Ticked off the cock is what we're going to get.
Oh!
Movies can be good but not great, or not good and great.
What?
I chose the other path, clearly. I don't know what that means, buddy, but you're awesome. Thanks for becoming the #1 gifter, man. Thanks for banging away on the like button. You're almost at 10,000 likes because of one of your fingers. I love you. Whoever you are.
We love those fast fingers.
Banging away on that like. Take your fast fingers and go over to YouTube and join us there and hit the subscribe button. Even if you don't watch, just go and hit the subscribe. We know you all have YouTube and you all use it for your own weird shit.
Ooh.
Just go and subscribe. Right?
And subscribe to our weird shit. And if you like weird movie shit, check out Cinema Jones, Grail Guys, David King Official.
Doesn't get weirder than us.
That's, well, maybe a few niche people, but in general, yeah, we're pretty weird.
Santa's sleigh is so bad it's good.
Santa's sleigh, like SLAY.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have an idea of that one. Let me double check.
I mean, history is replete with movies like that people are supposedly, so
2004, bad. And the picture they have of Santa for here on the cover is just hideous.
Or Zombies of Mass Destruction.
Bill Goldberg, the wrestler, plays Santa Claus in this movie. Fantastic.
How about Bad Santa? I thought that was a bad movie. I didn't find that funny. Bad Santa didn't.
Bad Santa, all right.
Didn't really do it for me. It just kind of went on the same smelly drunk guy shtick. I don't know. And Billy Bob's made some stuff.
Billy Bob.
I'm all right with Billy Bob. He's a weirdo. Talk about a weirdo.
He is a weirdo. Yes.
I remember when he was a fat guy in Tombstone, and then he got on cocaine and married Angelina Jolie, and the rest is history.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Sling Blade, a great movie.
Just got slapped and disrespected in Tombstone.
Yeah, he did. Got slapped over. You gonna pull them smoke wagons, boy?
Apparently, the guy that played Voldemort is going to be in the next Hunger Games movie. Yeah,
Ray Fiennes. He's not the guy who played Voldemort.
pretty well known for some other projects.
Yeah, I think so. With his nose on.
Yes.
Buckaroo Banzai, not a bad movie. That's a good movie. Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension is a pretty good movie. I like that. I like the style. I like the odd Peter Weller, theater professor at Syracuse. That's an interesting guy, Peter Weller. I didn't really know. He's kind of a Renaissance man.
RoboCop?
Yeah, the original RoboCop. Yeah, and the first RoboCop was good too. That was a good movie. Good kind of camp violence.
Yeah, he kind of pops up here and there. I think he was on Dexter for a while. Yeah,
he did do a thing on Dexter, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not about Hollywood or the industry, and I think he prefers cinema or theater and being a professor at Syracuse University. It's
do what you love.
Yeah, right, and more power to him. I love that. He's not married. Tim Curry is the weirdo goat with all caps.
Tim Curry, the weirdo goat.
Oh, you mean he's the goat?
He's the goat of
weirdos.
Playing weirdos.
Yeah. Okay. I'll sanction that comment.
Yeah. Well, how generous of you.
Well, it is.
Are you not merciful?
It is our show. I am a merciful king, unlike King of the Deplorables.
Oh, bringing it back around.
Right? Yeah, come to our parody parade where we make fun of naked Trump.
He's gonna sell his Tesla, really stick it to Elon.
Paul Rubens in the top 5 of weirdos.
Yes,
Yeah,
bringing it back to Rutger Hauer, the head vampire in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Paul Rubens, the number 2 vampire, hilariously long, drawn out death scene.
Okay. Drawn out like Deadpool 2 or 3, or was with him when Deadpool like can't die and he's on the ground and he won't die.
Kind of, yeah. Like he gets staked in the heart and he grabs it and he's moaning and stumbling around and kind of falls back against the wall and just crouches down. It's like kicking the opposite wall. Like several minutes. It's hilarious.
I never watched Buffy, and of course that was in your wheelhouse when you were that age. And it's not that I wouldn't have watched it;
Christy Swanson.
You only have a certain amount of time. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Sarah Michelle Gellar. She
was Buffy on the TV show.
Yeah.
Swanson was Buffy
in the movies. Yeah. The original movie. Yeah, I certainly never saw that. No, I'm talking about the show. You mean in the movie, Paul Rubens? Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see the movie either. But yeah, there you go.
Tim Curry stole the scenes in Home Alone 2. Yeah, the hotel concierge or whatever he was there.
Don't remember Home Alone 2 very much. Again, it was kind of a kid's movie. The first one we all saw, it was great. Daniel Stern's funny. Breaking Away. There's a lot of my favorite movies begin with B. I don't know what that means. Breaking Away from '79. Dennis Christopher. Dennis Quaid, one of his first roles. You ever seen it?
No, I don't think so.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Check it out. Breaking Away.
Yeah, townies
1979.
bicycle racing movie where locals, townies at a college town.
Jackie Earle Haley.
Yeah, Jackie Earle Haley.
Character actor.
Yeah. We remember him from the day original Bad News Bears. I was bringing up that to you, or to the guy last night, I should say. One of my favorite comedies from the '70s. A comedy you couldn't make today. They did remake it, right?
Yes.
I'm sure it was terrible because that's a movie that did not need to be remade. Young Tatum O'Neal, completely politically incorrect dialogue that he just couldn't write anymore. Funny movie. And Jackie Earle Haley was like the stud in that movie. He was an older kid compared to the other kids on the team.
Huh.
So he was big, and he never got any bigger.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
He turned into a little troll of a dude, not good looking, not tall. He was Rorschach.
Yes.
In Watchmen, right? You saw Watchmen, right?
Yep.
Unfairly disliked. I liked Watchmen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Watchmen really good.
Nothing like a giant blue penis in the sky.
Absolutely.
Swinging, I love that. And
big swinging dick.
Billy Crudup, underrated. He's a good actor, Billy Crudup. He's done some nice stuff over the years.
Who's the guy who played Night Owl? Patrick something?
Oh, yeah. I can picture his face.
Yeah. He's in the Insidious movies.
Yeah. I've seen him in stuff over the years. I'm not actually remember his name. Well, aren't they all?
And Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah. Watchmen good, but not as good as the comic. Yeah, cool. I get it. I'm not really a comic guy, but nothing's as good as the book, right? Is it ever?
Usually not. No.
Danny DeVito was King Weirdo for a while.
Danny DeVito's a different kind of King Weirdo, but yeah, he's up there.
I guess I'm not. He was on a show with the dead guy, Laka, Andy Kaufman.
Oh yeah,
you can't out weird Andy Kaufman.
No.
So you got to take that one away from you. He wasn't even the weirdest guy on that show, but he is in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I mean, if you haven't seen that,
yes.
If you haven't seen
One
Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
50th anniversary re-release coming up.
Really?
Yes.
Makes sense. You know,
Lucy's checking out early. Give her a toot.
Lucy, what?
Her nephew's birthday is today.
Well, tell the little brat happy birthday.
Yeah.
Thanks for dragging you away from our lives.
Jeez.
That's rough, dude. We love you, Lucy. You know that. You have a good day too, huh? Ooh, yes. No, we have no one on YouTube anymore except you. Go over to YouTube, man. Follow us there. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
5 new messages. Guests. I don't know who else to be a guest. We don't really take guests here.
Everyone tuned in last week and saw our guest performance, and now they all want it. They're all lining up to take over the show.
All right, let's see. He went away. I was just about to accept you, man. I chose the other path.
Half a second away from acceptance.
Give it. I feel like doing a live once where people get 30 seconds to interest me, and then I just.
Oh, we're at an hour, huh?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Time flies.
Wow, that was fast. That means we're gonna have
talking shit,
right? We have to blast off pretty soon because we have other things to get to. So many like that now. Joan Rivers is impossible now. What's that mean?
Joan Rivers is not alive now.
She is very impossible at this point. I've been up before. Yeah, no, now I didn't see who it was because it just shows me guests with a number, and then if I hit that, it shows me. So I was about to let you on, and then
he was tempted.
Well, and then he was, I talked shit, so he got off. But yeah, no shade, man. You were actually entertaining, which I appreciate.
It's kind of weird when people get off on you talking shit,
right? Dark Tony. Everybody's got their kink, don't they?
Yeah.
All right, there's your toot, Tony. Love you, man. Thanks for being here. Already the number 2 gifter. Well, you guys are fun today with the likes. Makes me want to stay on, but we have to film our. There he is. Did I get you?
Ooh.
Oh, I hit Tony by mistake. You all right, Tony?
I am all right, but I will be long because I have to go prepare lunch for my kiddos. But it's always awesome to see you. I want to tell you that you are appreciated, man. Whenever you talk to each one person, you are also talking to everybody else listening. And when they listen to truth about reality, that's something that's I think is beneficial to humanity. And I want to tell you that you're appreciated, man.
Thanks, man.
What are you having for lunch?
You know what? I can't remember. My wife bought lunch for me to prepare. So I gotta go look at the refrigerator and like in the pantry and see what she bought.
I know. That was nice of her. Here, I got you some lunch. Now make it.
Yeah, that's what she says. She's awesome. I got sick and she's been taken over to provide. So that's something that I really, really, really appreciate.
Yeah, that's a good woman.
Even if she talked to me like that, I wouldn't mind because she does a lot.
I love it, man. You're appreciated too, man, and your kids appreciate lunch. If it was me, I'd stay right online and let them wait for a half an hour. Honestly, they're not going to starve, but you do you, buddy. We love you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have a good one.
You have a great afternoon.
All right, bye. Sweet. Yeah, no, I remember you chose the other path, and if you choose the path of being a guest again, then we'll go ahead and let you on, but we're not going to stay on for too much longer. I said 10, 15 more minutes, and we're going to blow. I just mean Joan Rivers was so powerful, but impossible to tell her jokes. Well, yeah, I mean, there are guys who do their thing, Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle, and they don't give a shit what people think about what they say.
Yeah.
So you can find that comedy still. It's just, they have to fight. They have to fight cancel culture and the woke mob screaming about, you're a fad. You said the word Eskimo. You're done. You said gypsy. Goodbye. Okay, sorry.
Love the Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, don't you? Here he is. There he is.
What, do you got Dave Chappelle on here?
I wish, right?
Yeah.
That'd be something. No, I chose the other path. What's up, man?
Oh.
What's up, man? Well, I'm just saying it's complicated, right? Because like I remember George Carlin doing the 7 words.
Yeah.
And that would be considered beige as fuck now.
Well, there's that
50,000 words.
That's the other side of the coin, right?
But Joan Rivers, was talking about like throwing herself down the stairs for birth control, and that shit was just not. I'm just saying, like, you have to be of a certain like staunchness, and people don't realize how big Joan was.
That's resilient.
Joan Rivers was fucking. If you watch a doc before she went off the rails with plastic surgery and the QVC shit, she was funny and. She was in line to take over the Tonight Show. She was.
I was going to say she was the only one.
Yep, who
could take over Johnny Carson's job, and that doesn't mean anything now.
No,
that hasn't meant anything since he's been gone.
No, but he trusted her to be a reliable host, and she was fucking awesome. She was awesome.
But fame was different then.
Yeah,
and like you could be a Johnny Carson then. There's no more Johnny Carsons being.
No.
Right, and like the same is true of like fame of like say Elvis or the Beatles or even MJ.
No, you couldn't.
Like you can be famous now, you can be a celebrity now, but not like the only one anyone could see in a Tonight Show.
There wasn't anybody who didn't watch the Tonight Show. If you actually stayed up that late, you watched the Tonight Show, and I watched it as soon as I was old enough to let my parents wouldn't say no to me staying up and watching. Cars couldn't wait to see Carson.
That stuff isn't treated the same way.
Yeah, no, it's
not.
And
I was talking about like great movies that aren't good and good movies that aren't great.
Yeah.
You know, like because they fall in and out of recognition. Like I don't actually think The Goonies holds up.
I don't.
Right?
The Goonies
pisses people off so much. I don't think a lot of like there are a few. Like I think Back to the Future holds up, but mostly because of Christopher Lloyd. Like I think like we look at classics and some of them are really good.
People really remember Back to the Future, right? Kids who weren't born managed to see that movie, and it was funny. I remember seeing it.
Back to the Future, universally beloved.
Talk about all-time weirdos. Crispin Glover, all-time weirdo.
Yes,
I put him on the list.
Yeah, all-time weirdo, and his turned into some great
like
shit.
his appearances on speaking of talk shows.
Yeah, he went off the rails with those, didn't he? That's part of where he got that. But yeah, what a weirdo that guy was.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Dive.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Someone else here, 23 Summers, I wanted to shout out. Thank you for mentioning or backing us up on One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, because I keep going back. I want my kids to watch it. I want my girlfriend's never seen it. I'm like,
that was one of the ones I made Cassie watch. Yeah.
I can't watch that without coming apart at the end. It's just an absolutely fabulous movie. So yeah, if you haven't seen,
for modern
folks, it is.
Though, like if you put that on your dating profile, you would never get a date. I'm just saying, like, must have seen this movie, and people would be like, nah.
Well, let me tell you something. When you have the charisma of that I do, you don't need dating sites.
Couldn't think of an example when you had the charisma of me.
Of me, I wasn't going for an example. I just misspoke the first part of the phrase. Is what I did. I misspoke my first part of that phrase.
Mr. Riz.
Mr. Riz.
They call him the Rizzler.
Something that I love that you hate. Do you like Terry Gilliam?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything Monty Python in post. Terry Gilliam, apparently a right-wing douchebag in a lot of ways now. I think he's kind of not on the right side of that in some certain ways.
He's fallen on the wrong side of things, which is, common.
Unfortunate.
A little bit, hasn't he? A little bit, but yeah, no. Time Bandit's one of my favorite movies. That's a great fucking movie.
Return what you have stolen.
Brazil.
Munchausen and the eternal evil in the microwave.
Yeah.
Those are classic moments.
And John Cleese giving out, handing out shit to the poor, and he just has a thug in the front of the line who just beats them each in the head with a club for no reason as they step up to get their stuff. And
that's it. I love cinema, but like it's shocking to like cross generationally watch cinema now, because like most of the kids I know don't even watch a full movie.
Yeah.
And one of the ones I've been pushing, if you've not seen it, there's a 2-minute Salvador Dali co-directed on YouTube. It's called Soft Self-Portrait.
Okay.
It is wild.
Well,
it is Salvador Dali to the T.
I grew up with a 16 millimeter version of many old films, because that's who my theater professor was. He just had them, and so we would just watch them. And if you haven't seen the short Un Chien Andalou with Salvador Dali, I think he created. He's not really in it.
He's in this other one, but cool.
Yeah. It's absurdist film class in surrealist film.
1967, Salvador Dali, Soft Self-Portrait.
That's it.
All right.
He's
in it. I'll take that under advisement.
And he helps direct it. It's surreal for sure.
Yeah, no, the other one is maybe 10 minutes long, and it's just a trip. It's an absolute. We watched it over and over and over again.
But for modern people, man, all you got to do is look at original Sesame Streets to get to the trippy.
Right.
If you look, or like the first, I don't know if have you seen the first episode of Saturday Night Live?
Oh,
in the
God,
last
yeah.
30 years?
Well, no, probably haven't seen it in several years.
It's
But
the only one that's emceed by George Carlin, I'm just going to say.
yeah.
There are no other Saturday Night Lives like it. You watch the first one and you're like, what are we talking
And where's this been? Yeah, no, you're right. The first season and the first couple seasons of SNL, the living infamy, weren't they?
Well, they'll be
Good stuff.
forgotten, apparently. You gotta find that shit. Like the old Sesame Street is bonkers.
Well, it was. I was there, not to brag on my age again, but I was in kindergarten the first year of the first Sesame Street. That it was aimed at 69. I was aimed at it was aimed at me, or in 70 might have been the first. That was I graduated kindergarten in 70. It's easy for me to remember.
My dad was in Mr. Rogers. That's my
yeah.
In the early 60s.
But Sesame Street was stoned gay hippies.
Yeah.
That's who created it. And that's it was kind of underground and weird in its way. There's no doubt about it.
I just think we should bring some of that stuff back, right? I
Absolutely.
know you can still find stuff everywhere, but I would love for Netflix to save some really old TV, even the dating game. Not because it's good, but not because it's good, because it tells on us.
Yeah.
Right? There was, in the 90s we had Nick at Night. And Nick at Night or whatever, and we just watched really old black and white,
sure,
50s and 60s TV.
Well, what used to be on after school when I was growing up, when there wasn't any cable or any streaming, you would come home from school and watch the shit from the 50s and 60s. That's how we all got to know Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah.
All that stuff was on. We would rush home. Hogan's Heroes, Gilligan's Island. I mean, it was all McHale's Navy. It was all there for you. Now, wasn't that what Hulu was for? When Hulu first came out, it was.
Simpsons is for everybody else.
I think when Hulu first came out, it was about old TV shows that you couldn't really find anywhere else. So I would look for that on that service. I think old TV shows are still where you can find them on Hulu if you look. I don't know.
You can try.
They're
man. Harder to find on there.
Well, and of course now they're Disney, so they're under some of the umbrella of other priorities, like HBO, which is I'm saddened for HBO because it didn't come out on HBO unless it was fucking great. And now HBO is littered with some mediocre shit, right? That easy to produce, fast, quickly made, and can make money because that's the priority, not spending $1 zillion on Game of Thrones and coming up with something really, really fucking great.
Right.
Those days are kind of gone, right? Well,
Game of Thrones wasn't watchable.
What?
Oh.
What?
Ooh.
Dagger
in the heart.
17 minutes in, I was like,
what? You got something against glistening tits?
I got something against fucking.
And that was just Robert Baratheon.
Wait. Something against what?
Basic ass bullshit.
Basic.
Oh man, Game of Thrones is it's like if a beer commercial was a TV show.
You watch 17 minutes of it. You just admit it. Come on.
Oh, it's not good.
Oh, right.
What beer commercial is Game of Thrones?
Oh my god, I'll find. I got it.
All right. Well, this is the great thing about opinions is everyone's got one, so you're welcome to it, bud. Oh, he's looking. He's the rifleman. There you go, Chuck Connors.
The rifleman.
Chuck Connors.
Man, yep.
Talk about a guy on the wrong side. He was a basketball star and nothing but he was like the what's the other toupee martial arts guy? Walker, Texas Ranger.
Oh, Chuck Norris?
Chuck Norris and Chuck Connors, the same kind of dude, It's just like really, if you met him, you just hate him.
Was Wagon Train?
Was that Chuck Connors too?
No, just that era of
those were
TV.
those cheesy westerns. I wasn't really there for a lot of the westerns. If it wasn't, even Gunsmoke, I didn't think. Bonanza pretty good for a while. Big Valley had some minutes, but even Gunsmoke ran for 20 years, and I never really liked Gunsmoke that much. But again, I had parents that were making me watch the Waltons because they were churchy. So when
I'm not going to ask you to Google because I'm not into that kind of Phil Bro business. But I just want to let you know that if you Google Game of Thrones beer commercial, my point will be proven.
Your point won't be proven, dude, because it's
No.
universally respected and beloved as one of the greatest TV shows ever. So,
It's not great. Like,
according to you, bro.
What, this Game of Thrones Bud Light Super Bowl ad?
The Battle of the Bastards, one of the greatest things I've ever seen filmed on TV. It was fucking phenomenal. And honestly, you lose credibility telling me 17 minutes. You got to give it an 8-season show or whatever it was. That each movie, each 1 hour show had the production values of a 2.5 hour blockbuster movie. And it's
a slow burn, man.
It's a slow burn, but it's
you
just
give it a few episodes.
Just gorgeous. It's fucking gorgeous, and it's not even in my top 5, but it's right there at 6 or
even just get to the end of the first episode, and you'll be like, "What the fuck just happened?"
What? Yes.
Right?
What? Yeah, no, can't get behind you there, but
Okay, for me, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
I get it. I think Barbarella is great.
So Barbarella is great, but that's camp.
No one agrees. Like, there are just parts of
that's high camp, though.
I eventually learned to like Sopranos, but
eventually learned to like.
Yeah, I just have some of those really, really popular ones that just take so long for me to have any interest in them because they're
okay. So you're throwing shade at the kids for not being able to sit through a movie, but but you
got him.
You think Sopranos? You could pick a
famous TV shows it just.
I'm the first guy to shit on it if everybody likes it and I don't like it. So I get you. I'm right there.
But you think Game of Thrones was good?
Oh God,
yes.
But
okay, here's the litmus test. What do you think of The Wire?
I thought The Wire was above average.
High praise for the best TV show of all time.
Yeah, I think we both have agreed that The Wire is all in all the finest
the
TV.
best TV show.
Best TV show ever.
And we didn't consult each other on this.
We go home and study for a little bit to answer that question because that one's harder for me. What are you measuring as the best? Just you mean the best writing?
Best writing, best production values, overall story arc, the just the realism,
the way it tied everything together. It went off in 4 different directions, and at the end, it brought them all back together, and everything was neat, just tight.
Performances, I mean, man, was it? It's just.
I didn't mean it to be low praise, but it's
no.
The long cinematic TV show, even ones that other people just love.
Well, it sounds like you just don't have the patience for those things, which is fine. I get it, but because all these are slow burn.
Interesting. I'm more interested in sci-fi because they think there's going to be a future. I'm more interested in a little more ridiculous, TV malarkey. The super realistic, super serious taking dramas and stuff like that. I don't find them that interesting.
Yeah, you just don't like that genre. Then it sounds like to me. The Sopranos. I didn't see it the first year until I started reading and hearing people, and then I went back and watched the first season, and I couldn't believe how good it was. I watched every Sopranos show twice as soon as it came out. It was so packed with nuance. Every line meant something. Every scene meant something. There was no fucking minutes wasted in it. And every show was like a movie. I was like, I'm watching another movie that HBO made, and it's an hour and 5 minutes.
It's over. It was over before I watched it, but it was pretty great.
And for 25 years ago now, nothing else was around at that time you can compare it to.
No, it changed TV. And I remember West Wing kept on winning best TV show for a couple of years after The Sopranos got its start. And I remember the producers of The West Wing essentially apologizing at one point for getting another Grammy or another Emmy when it was clearly nowhere near
because
HBO's league.
No one was paying attention to non-network stuff yet.
Well, and it was kind of like the Michael Jordan year in the NBA when he got dissed by the players who'd been around when everyone knew he was greater than everybody, but they made him pay his dues a little bit first. It kind of reminded me of that. It's like, we're not going to give HBO an award until we really can't ignore the fact anymore that everything they do. There was a minute on HBO where the rotation seasonally was The Sopranos, 6 Feet Under, and The Wire.
Yeah, those are good.
There was a minute there when I would have paid my entire $160 cable subscription for only HBO
Yeah.
and been happy. There was the shit on HBO was that good.
Yeah.
It was just outrageous. I can't say enough. So, what's your favorite TV show of all time?
I would
not a comedy.
Like not a comedy.
No, your favorite drama of all time.
Favorite.
Doesn't even necessarily have to be a drama, really. Like if you're into sci-fi, it could just.
Well, okay, but I'm saying not a fucking
sitcom.
sitcom.
Right. Yeah, famous
no.
TV show, non-comedy TV show of all time. Oh, that's terrible.
Don't have to stress about it being your absolute favorite. Just give us one of your top 5, maybe.
Well, I loved Altered Carbon, even though it was only 2 seasons.
Altered Carbon, I haven't gotten into as much as I'd like to, but yeah, I'd like to get more.
It's just this absurd futurism. That's probably the
Anthony
best
Mackie, right?
In a while. I mean, I really.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I really like Boardwalk Empire.
Oh, good show.
That more than once.
Good show.
That's like in the top 5.
Okay.
You're talking about how you dislike historical realistic dramas, and then you like Boardwalk Empire.
Oh my God! Though it's just so much better. Like Boardwalk Empire is like a creature above.
Definitely above average TV show. Not in HBO's top 5, but very good. Very good.
You don't see. That's the thing. I think it's much better than.
Yeah. See, I think honestly, I'm not a Steve Buscemi guy. I don't think he's a great actor. I think he's been very entertaining in a lot of stuff, and when he's right for stuff, he's right. But all I saw in Boardwalk Empire was Steve Buscemi doing his shit.
Yeah, he was
voice,
kind of
his
a
accent,
poor fit.
right? A poor fit, and it just okay.
His part on The Sopranos was fine, but yeah, thrusting him into leading man of that sort of thing. That didn't really work. I don't think.
Yeah, no, I think, but I liked Boardwalk Empire a lot. It was appointment TV for me. I couldn't wait to see it. The supporting cast was great. The sets, the story. I love historical dramas like that.
Favorite drama TV.
Yeah. Top 3 for me. Easy. Wire, Breaking Bad, and Mad Men. Those are my top 3 TV shows I've ever seen. Mad Men gets some hate from people. Mad Men was one of the most well thought through writing that's ever been on TV. It's just fucking great. And then after that, we start getting into the Game of Thrones and some of the other
Sopranos.
Yeah, Sopranos, Game of Thrones, and probably a couple other HBO.
My list is different and has a little more trash in it.
I thought the first season of Dexter was really, really kind of incomparable and it's very different. Mm-hmm. Kind of went off the rails a little bit as it went on, but I appreciate stuff that you've never seen anything like. I get that shit gets high marks from me. Innovative and just different than. It doesn't seem like it reminds me of other shit,
because that's a high bar.
Yeah, it is a high bar.
You're into sci-fi. What about Fringe?
Fringe was great.
Yeah,
Fringe got shit on early, didn't it? They it got canceled before. It was only 3 seasons, and it didn't.
No, they ended up with.
Am I thinking of the right one?
Seasons, I think, 5 or 6 seasons.
With Anna.
Yeah, Anna Torv and Josh Jackson.
Yeah, I thought that was a good show, but it didn't finish.
Sure, it did. It had a proper ending.
But I think they had to give it an ending.
That's the other thing. I wouldn't say they're in my top 10, but I give high praise to a ton of sci-fi. And some of that is awful. Like Supernatural is terrible. That doesn't mean I'm not going to like it.
Well, Supernatural was meant to only be 5 seasons, and they just went way beyond that.
Okay, both of you guys right now. Best sci-fi series ever been on TV. Right now, go.
Best
sci-fi series ever been on TV.
Yes, the answer is not. There's not even a close one. There's only one answer to this.
Star Trek.
Well, this guy's gonna trot out some Star Trek.
No.
Star
Trek's is flawed. All of it's always been a little bit flawed. Like Star Wars.
It is, but that's
way flawed.
When you say greatest, what's the measuring stick?
Greatest, according to me.
Wow. Just throwing it down.
Yeah. And there's lots. All the sci-fi that's on Apple TV is really good. I haven't seen one that I thought was Silo.
I love sci-fi.
Silo is good.
I thought Tin Man was pretty entertaining, and that was got widely bashed because it had Deschanel in it.
Zoe
Deschanel.
I love me some Zoe Deschanel.
I'm kind of over her.
Well, everybody's over her.
Not wildly penned, but like the casket torture device and all of that sci-fi business I enjoyed. I like the weirder shit as well. Like I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why I didn't like Game
So pick your best one.
I like Lost more than this guy. I don't know if that would make it my best, but it's up there.
Is it sci-fi?
And Fringe.
Is it sci-fi or is it just weird?
Well, yeah, okay, that's a fair point.
I don't feel like it's really sci-fi. Where's the?
Yes,
it's just anachronistic science shoved in a.
It's just
a odd adventure series.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It ended up being not.
Well, let's not even talk about how it ended. God, it was.
Okay, so yeah, take that. But Fringe definitely is near the top for sci-fi for me. I know there's stuff that I'm forgetting.
I mean, I really liked Serenity and Firefly.
See, Firefly, to me, those are B fucking series. I know Firefly. I think people wanted it to be really great and they overliked it. And God knows I love Marina Baccarat.
Like, when it comes to serious entertainment these days, like I have a rack of old DVDs and VHSs that I could watch if I wanted. And like I'm looking for more trash. I mean, I think I openly admitted to that at the beginning. I'm not like watching Love Island on you know, but like I definitely.
You're not watching MILF Manor or whatever that.
No, I'm not watching MILF Manor. But like I said, like most of Altered Carbon is eye candy and super bad villains.
Yeah.
I never got into X-Files, so I can't really speak on that one.
You should go back to that.
Yeah,
it's good. X-Files was good.
Like Mystery Man.
What's that?
Oh, that 99 movie, Ben Stiller, like superheroes.
It's got a bunch of fucking idiots.
Oh no, that's a terrible movie. That's the one they wasted Tom Waits as a nutty professor type of wacky mad scientist character. They completely wasted him with Janine Garofalo, right? Carmine the Bowler. That was so disappointing, and we were so psyched for that, and it was just dumb.
I love dumb.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, so give it to us. What's
still haven't heard one from you. What's your favorite sci-fi series all time?
Me?
Yeah.
I threw out the Fringe, and I said I can't speak on X-Files because I haven't.
So network shit.
There's other shit that I am forgetting clearly.
The Expanse is the best sci-fi series.
I haven't seen it.
What?
No. What? Remind me.
The Expanse? Oh God. It started on the Sci-Fi Channel because Sci-Fi Channel got really sick of getting dissed for their shitty sci-fi.
Yeah.
And they put everything they had into it. And I want to say that Prime finished it and bought it and finished the last couple of seasons. It's easily the best looking one. The CGI and the effects are yards past any sci-fi you'll ever see on TV. And it was a really, really, really good fucking show. Really solid fucking writing. Always a great story.
Sci-fi is Farscape. But like you're gonna again talk about my trash. That's fine.
Farscape?
I'm more into Muppets and Meet the Feebles than you are. I guess.
Well, I love Muppets, but you're not gonna catch me watching The Dark Crystal because the Muppets are in it,
Oh, I haven't watched the TV yet. I haven't brought myself to watch that one yet.
All right, well, we kind of got to blast off because it's almost.
Peace. Thanks for having me.
It's almost 12 and we got other shit to do. Sign up for our movie channel, man, on YouTube.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to branch out into a TV show channel.
I feel like we see a lot of TV, or we can just add TV episodes to our show.
Yeah, we can intermittently.
Yeah, and
pepper in some off episodes.
Yeah, TV show recommendation. No, dude, run, don't walk to get through The Expanse. It's fucking great. You'll love it.
Humanity has colonized the solar system.
It's. I talked to an astronomer who was like, it's the only sci-fi show I've ever watched where I was like, shit, this entire thing is rooted in really close. We're about to do this sci-fi, and it starts with a little bit of a trippy aspect to it, and then it grooves into this fucking amazing. I was so sad when I knew that they just couldn't afford to make it anymore. But it got to a point that was good enough where it kind of wrapped up its thing.
Yeah. I will check it out.
Yeah, it's fucking fabulous.
After the 50,000 other things I had to check
I know, right? When we sleep. All right, guys. Love you. It's the Atheist Underground, the Grail guys. on YouTube, as well as Atheist Underground. Follow us, love us, like us, slam that subscribe button, smash that like button, and share it with all your friends, even though we know none of you have any. Because you're here watching us on TikTok.
You're gonna ask for likes and subscribe.
It's who I am. They know. That's my
people. They don't have friends.
That's my people. They
We're your friends.
There's literally nobody watching anymore anyway. Man. I love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
You've received 132 comments so far from 3 people. Yeah, I think people bailed on us when we grabbed him. That's why I don't like doing that. You get a guest on it, so you got to have.
Yeah.
Like people will watch if you're debating religion, like, and there's 4 people on screaming about it. I noticed that those shows get a lot of.
Well, yeah. Anytime you got people screaming at each other and conflict like that.
Well, people get people get hot for deniers of Jesus. They do. So.